this video, I'm going to be introducing something that I like to call true customer success. Now, I'm going to skip all the lovey-dovey kumbaya stuff, like, hey, let's make great products and make our customers happy, let's make the world a better place, all that kind of stuff. Look, that's all good and fun. But I've seen thousands of people that have that mindset and have that motto and release crap products and don't get people results. And it's not because they're trying to, it's not because they're being lazy. It's because people don't really understand how to get customers results and get them success. And I'm going to bring it back to output and efficiency. The number one way to keep people's money and maximize your business is to get people results, because people pay for results. If you get people results, they have no problem paying for anything. For example, you constantly see people launching these InfoProc courses showing people how to get to $10,000, $20,000 a month. And if that product could just get people consistently to $500 a month, people will keep paying for the product. But the problem is the product consistently doesn't even do that. And so what I find a lot of people are doing in their products is what I like to call the Swiss Army knife, the ultimate Swiss Army knife metaphor. And so I want you to imagine this. You just bought this Swiss Army knife, and it is the best knife that's ever been created. It has a laser on it. It cuts through walls. It has a satellite on it. It has a camera on it. The thing can even be used to cure food poisoning. It's an amazing product. But the thing is, if I shipped you this knife with no instruction manual, you probably wouldn't use it. If I didn't follow up with you to see how well you were using it or give you pointers on how to use it to get better results, you probably wouldn't, a lot of people wouldn't get around to using it and maximizing the best results from it. If I didn't get you to join a community where people were sharing how they're using their knife and sharing videos of creative ways that they've used their knife to get results, guess what? You're probably not going to get as good as results as you could have. And none of those things really had anything to do with the product. See, what most people do is they have this giant product, and their solution when they're making an info product is to jam more stuff into it. It's the same thing with software. Their solution is to jam more features and more stuff and more things into it. And then they completely forget getting the user to actually use the product, following up and seeing how they're using the product, and getting them to share their results with other customers so that they use the product. And the result is when you do that, you have this big overgrown thing that could have actually been simpled down to like one or two things. Like a lot of courses out there, you could simplify it to one or two modules. And if you could just get the most basic result first from those modules, then the person would get incredible success. And I almost think when you're launching the mass market with InfoProcs, you almost want to make the product smaller at first and then build it around what you see the customer do. And this is where people get really messed up. Because what people do is they make a big old sexy product. They forget about any of this stuff because they get too excited about their ads. Why focus on the product and customer success and customer, support when we're making, 20K a day over here? But the truth is, if people don't complete their payment plans, the refunds are out of control. 20K a day is actually like 8K a day. And so we have to stop doing this. We can't do this in our products. And this is really where we got the biggest success at HCOM, was when we started backing up and saying, wait, how can we make people use the product and get results from the product? Because look, Matt's training inside our product was incredible. It's the same exact thing at Hyros. The product's incredible. But if we just let a person go in there day one and just use it without all the things I'm going to talk about right here, no one is going to ever make the second payment and the recurring payments that allow us to make $12,000 per sale. The thing is, very rarely people ever cancel. If I bring 10 people on, one person's going to cancel. And I'll explain how I do that, because this is the key. If I had Hyros right now and I didn't have this, I would guarantee you 8 out of 10 people would cancel. 8 out of 10 people would cancel. No problem. I would only make $9.97 a sale. But because of this, I make $12,000 a sale. Or at the current stats right now, we've been doing this for about 4 months. Like, no one cancels. No one cancels. And that's because they understand how to use the product and get results with it. That's one of the reasons why I only do applications. So we need to focus on this with our info products, with our services, with our SaaS, because a lot of people don't do this. And there's 3 ways that we can really get results here and get the person to get results. Again, it's not about creating a good product. It's about getting the user to get results with the product. And that takes action on the user. It takes them getting things done. It takes them accomplishing things. It takes them understanding things. So, for example, at HCOM, what really pushed it over is these 3 things right here. And the same thing we applied at Hyros. We just didn't have to go through the initial learning phase at Hyros. So, look, first off, customer success agents, not customer support agents. You want to have customer support agents to help like with billing issues and stuff like that. But what we have at HCOM and any high-ticket product, it's completely, excuse my French, fucking ridiculous to not have a customer success agent following a person around, seeing how a person's doing. When a person logs in to HCOM, they get borderline harassed by our success agent. Hey, how are you doing? What are you looking for? What's happening right here? And you have a success agent who knows the product like the back of their hand to help people find the best content to get results. At Hyros, when they first come on, we have a customer success agent assigned to each user who literally stalks them and forces them to connect into the software. Then they do everything for them. They find where the user's stuck, and then they get a testimonial from the user. It's a complete process from start to finish that makes the user super happy because they don't have any other route to go. When a person joins your platform, there's so many places they can go towards. They can go this way, they can go that way, they can go this way and look at a different video, they can do this or that. It's about controlling the user, and you gotta have a customer success agent to do this. And it's so ridiculous not to do this. At HCOM, it took like one guy can look after hundreds of users because he just sits there and he gets to know them and he messages them. And a lot of people don't need the customer success agent after the first 10 or so days. But they need them during those first 10 or so days. Now, the next thing is force results and forcing them to be aware of results. Now, I'm going to show how to do all these things in later videos. We're going to really expand on these. But force results means, like, for example, at Hyros, what we do is we don't wait for the user to connect. We connect for them, and then we show them the results that they've gotten. And we go dig into their stats, and we show them the results they've gotten. We say, look at the results you've gotten. Look at the results you've gotten. And then we put them in a group with other people saying, look at the results I've gotten. Look at the results I've gotten. And then we're constantly posting in the group, look at the results these people have gotten. Look at the results these people have gotten. And then, for example, in HCOM, when a person first joins, the first thing they see is a module full of just us showing results and then showing them how to behave to get results. And then forced adoption is where that kind of also falls into. You force the user to adopt the lifestyle and mindset and views needed to complete and have success in your program. The first thing we do in HCOM is get people to join the Facebook group and get them to look through all the results coming in and get them to adopt a certain mindset. Like, oh, getting results here gets me recognition and makes me look cool. And we force them to, like if you guys saw the Mothman section in Iron, that's in every single one of my courses. That module is the most important thing because if I don't get a person to adopt a lifestyle, particularly in HCOM, for example, of actually being healthy and focus, and I don't get them to actually adopt the way to use the course and not skip around and not use the course incorrectly, they're not going to get results. And all this stuff right here makes or breaks a program or software or service before it's even launched. And so when I talk about payment plan completions and refund rates and reoccurring charges and getting people to buy again, if you don't nail these things right here, this is the key. If you don't nail these things, your product's screwed and no one's ever going to buy anything from you ever again, and your product's going to suck because it doesn't get the results. It's going to be a refrigerator that shows up at someone's house with no instruction manuals on how to connect it. If a refrigerator that's not plugged into the wall and set up correctly at the right temperature is useless. And so if you don't show people how to plug in their refrigerator and connect it and get the right temperature, you just sold them a useless product, and people don't keep paying for a useless product. And this is how you drive refunds down. This is how you drive disputes down. This is how you drive everything down to the rock bottom levels that you need to really scale. And again, scale comes from people completing payment plans and completing their recurring payments. I cannot make any ads work if people are not completing their payment plans or recurring payments. So let's dive into the ways to actually start executing this. Then we'll start talking about how to format the course and set up the course and everything that goes into it.